I'm a few things. It's kind of like this football player character. It's really old, and have this like little mascot character running around in the background. I might do something with him, but I'll probably do this guy first. I'm wondering if I can fix this up a bit. Do I watch hockey? No. No, I don't. My day is terrible every single day. It's fine. It's all good. Stop that. Good food places. I don't know. You tell me. Found this hoagie place down the street. It's pretty good. Of course, all you are like, "What the fuck is a hoagie?" Well, get with the program. Your little brother told you how uncultured everyone. What grade is he in? What grade is he in, and where do you live? That's the bigger question. Cheesesteaks are overrated. I mean, they're good. They're good, but they're not that good. I don't know why everyone's so fucking proud. I mean, you know. And it's like the places you go around here, like the most, quote, famous places for cheesesteaks are okay at best. They're just kind of, they're kind of like, they're not like, It's like pig slop in a bun, man. I don't. It's not this magical fucking food. It's just like horse meat and cheese whiz, and everyone's jerking themselves off over it. I mean, it's okay. There's good places that have good cheesesteak sandwiches, but I wouldn't get one from like inner city. I love Korean barbecue. Yeah. Favorite taco spot? Well, there's a bunch of places around here that do tacos. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't eat a cheesesteak with cheese whiz either. I'm with you on that. Cheese whiz is kind of gross to me. Sorry, cheese whiz. Um, what else? Yeah, I don't know. The LA food is good. I don't miss the prices for it. I don't miss how much it costs. I mean, I had Korean barbecue in Korea. And that was good. I'll tell you the funny thing about eating Korean barbecue in Korea. They are very. It's funny. It's like they're almost like anti-rice over there because they feel like rice is cheap, like a cheap filler. So they almost don't. Well, they barely want to eat it. At least the place I went to, they were telling me that. But anyway, avocado toast is well. I don't. I would eat avocado toast. I mean, that sounds good to me. I know it's like a punchline, but it sounds tasty. If you want to call me a fag for wanting to eat avocado toast, well, sign me up. I don't know. I like rice. I like rice the same reason I like bread. I don't know. It's just like this. It's hard to even explain why. It doesn't sound like it tastes amazing or anything, but I don't know. Rice paper? You mean like what they wrap um like rolls in and stuff? It's a lot of questions. I'm not prepared for this. I don't really know. I don't want to break it to y'all, but I don't really know anything. I don't know. I didn't really watch E3. Sorry, I didn't care enough to. Uh, I like Keanu Reeves. I've always liked Keanu Reeves. My fucking username since 2004 has been a fucking Keanu Reeves character. What do you think? The fuck? I was a Keanu Reeves fan before this whole bandwagon got started. So you all can suck it. I was watching Point Break before I was watching that as it was going out of style. Hey Jackie, how are you? It's coming along. Man, I don't know. Hideo Kojima is a weird dude, and while I believe his game will be fun, I I'm gonna wait and see if the storyline is. I'm not gonna praise him like Jesus quite yet. We'll see though. We'll see what this man does without any oversight. I tried to play Metal Gear Solid 5. I couldn't even finish it. I was so bored. Which is a shame because I'll be honest, like the Metal Gear series is like one of my favorite game series ever. I even like the fucking batshit crazy. We've been over this, but I even like the batshit crazy storyline. It's maybe my favorite storyline in games. The Metal Gear saga from like Metal Gear Solid 1 to 4. And it somehow ties that all up in 4, and it's batshit fucking crazy, but cool as hell too. So I don't know. I tuned in E3 when they went to that horrible I don't know, Rainbow Six tournament. That weird dude lisping with the gold chains. Let's all hear some noise. Let's all, I don't know. I'm like, okay, why are you hosting this, and why am I watching this? why am I watching 12 assholes in gamer chairs? Why am I watching all these assholes in gamer chairs playing a mediocre game? Anyway, so that's when I turned it off again. Did I ever have any cringy usernames? No, that was it really. No, I never really had much of a username before that. I just picked it and stuck with it. I've never liked Fallout. Unpopular opinion, I don't like Bethesda games, and I've never liked them. So when Fallout 76 was being shit on, I cared even less than I could have before. I don't know. I respect people that like them, but I get the appeal, sort of, but I get the appeal of the game and how open world it is and why it's appealing, but I've always felt their games were like the most soulless abominations on planet Earth. I mean, every character in that game is just like a soulless shell, and no, I've actually never beat Sekiro. I was getting close, and then I went to LA for a week or two, and I came back, and then I just didn't care anymore, and I haven't played it since, so I don't really feel like I want to. I have watched Chernobyl. Chernobyl's fucking great, and yeah, I read how Russia wants to put up their own propaganda film about somehow twisting it into them being heroes or something or other. I don't know. How they're somehow gonna blame Americans on it, saying there's some CIA operative over there doing something or I don't know. Fuck Russia. Fuck them. Remember when you helped me beat the Bloodstarved Beast and Bloodborne? How could you... Well, I don't need help beating Sekiro. I just don't feel like playing it. I could beat it. If I just spent an afternoon playing it, I could probably get to the end of it. I just don't feel like it. should all watch Chernobyl though. That's a great miniseries. Yeah, I do like avocados. What are you gonna fucking do about it? I tried playing The Witcher 3 and I hated it and I turned it off. Sorry. Here are my two problems. I basically downloaded The Witcher 3 after beating Bloodborne, and I was immediately met with mediocre combat and a completely overwhelming menu system in HUD with just overwhelming me with shit that they just throw it at you, and I'm like, I'll just pass. I'm not gonna force myself to play through this. All right, Jackie. All right. I'm pretty sure it was a book series first. So the fact that I never read it, I don't know. Maybe I'd be into it more. But I booted up and this fucking dude is just like, Yennefer, where's Yennefer? And I hate the name Yennefer alone pissed me off. And I'm just like, I can't play this. I can't do this. It's terrible. I hate everything about this. I tried. It's just not my thing. Yennefer, where are you? What kind of name is that? I liked the 16. I liked Symphony of the Night. I haven't really played any of the other ones. I know there were a bunch sort of like that on the Nintendo DS, but I have no idea if there will be a demo or not. Um, I don't know. I don't know about this port situation. I don't. Tom would be getting some help with that. I mean, I can talk about some things. It's just, I don't really. Well, why don't we talk about something else other than I don't know. I'm kind of in like this. Every time I started these streams, I'm answering the same question over and over. I just, uh, it'll be done when it's done. There. Would I rather die by fire or by the cold? I'd pretty much do anything not to burn to death. Thanks. I think most people would agree with that one. What's a great... Well, sorry, what's a question no one ever asks you? That's a good guy. That is a good question. I don't know. Why do I stream? And that's also a question I don't know. Well, Caldred, how would you die? How would you want to die? I mean, I do remember that story about that one guy. I guess he was like a tech writer with his family. The whole thing is just so dumb. I mean, he basically... Car broke down up in like the Poconos. If any of you are familiar with what the Poconos are, it's kind of like this... Up north in the United States, a slightly colder region at times. But, his car broke down. He's like, I'm gonna go get help. So his family just stayed in the car, and this idiot, instead of like taking the road, he decided to try to cut through like this forest, and he got lost, and I guess such severe hypothermia started kicking in. His body started feeling really hot, so he took off even more. He took off all his clothes, and they found him with like... They just basically found him in his like underpants in the middle of the fucking woods, frozen to death. I don't know, it's funny. The body does crazy shit when it's freezing like that. And to top it all off, somebody just found the family. So if he just would have stayed with them, everything would have been fine. But he fucking froze to death for being dumb. I mean, granted, I wasn't there. I don't know how desperate he was. Maybe he thought nobody was ever gonna come and find them. But whatever the case, he fucked up big time. Big time. Dying is one thing. Dying in a way that makes people laugh at you for dying. That's a whole other thing. That's something I think most people don't want. There are things worse than death. It's just being mocked. Mocked for suffering. Oh, man. The most embarrassing ways to die. I don't know, man. As long as you don't end up in a live leak video, being like getting your head crushed like a watermelon under like some truck wheel. There's actually a good Wikipedia page of weirdest deaths. If any of you are ever bored or want to look that up. Strangest deaths or something like that. I wanted to turn that into an animation collab back in the day. But you know, I don't know. There's all sorts of ways you can just die and not see it coming. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna start banning people for dumb questions. How about that? That's tempting, right? Do you remember the first time you saw something fucked up, like someone dying? Yes. 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 I wish I didn't see it. It was actually a video of a woman killing a dog, and it's probably the worst thing I've ever fucking seen. I put that even above this video I saw of a guy getting his head cut off by a chainsaw. I'm not even gonna get into the fucking details, but there was apparently this woman, and she made a bunch of videos killing animals, and in a very specific heart. Yes, the shoot. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. That's it. It's unbelievably fucked up, and I never want to see it again for the rest of my fucking life. Did you guys see the ISIS drowning video? No. Is ISIS drowning, or are they drowning someone else? Because that makes all the difference in the world. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about animal killing videos anymore. Thanks. We're done with it. We're done with that topic. We're done with that one. Well, George, you can stick to watching your ISIS videos. I'm gonna pass. We went to LA. Do you buy any collectibles or figurines? I'm not really a collector. Every rare once in a while, maybe I'll see something and buy it, but I'm not one of these guys that has like I'm never gonna have like some enormous glass case in my living room filled with toys. Like, I'm never gonna be that guy. Maybe I have some things scattered around my desk at work, and that's about it. And if I get too many, I'll just fucking throw them out. Man. I don't think there's anything wrong with buying stuff that's sort of inspiration, or inspire your work, or just have sitting around. But I don't know, it's people that go way too overboard. I always liken that stuff to, it's like, I almost liken it to these Egyptians that, they fill their tomb. They just fill their tomb with like fucking kitchen utensils and mummified pets and statues and every goddamn fucking thing in their house. There's a stacks of plates. They're just it's like they're ready to go to the afterlife. It just feels like that's the modern day equivalent. These guys they're building these tombs filled with plastic figurines It just depressed. It gives me anxiety. It gives me fucking anxiety looking at these like man caves. These people just gonna be this horrible room. They're gonna be buried in, filled with like framed Avengers posters, and Hulk figurines, and Batman figurines, and there's nothing special or unique about any of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I bought not like a while ago. I bought a Metal Gear Rex model set just because I felt like building something at my desk as a break from animating all day. At night, I would spend like an hour on it a night. I'm not like against shit like that, but I just, people who buy thousands and thousands of items and then they just all sit in a room and collect dust. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's a better way to spend your time and money, just a little bit. Funko Pops. I'm not exact. I've never seen anyone buy a Funko Pop. And they're just growing in store, like they're a big cancerous mass in every store I come into. Like they take over like a quarter of every store I see. Like the comic book store we that's nearby, we've gone to a few times. It's like an enormous part of the store is just fucking Funko Pop figures. The Spencer's Gifts place, the Hot Topic, it's like Funko Pops fucking everywhere. And I'm not gonna like, I don't know. I don't like hate them, but I just don't know who's buying them. I don't know how these stores justify filling up their store with that many of them. And you have to be a fucking nutcase to try to collect them all. That's just gonna be tens of thousands of dollars every fucking year for the rest of your life. Yeah. I mean, if they make a character for a show or a game you like and you put it on your desk, I mean, hey, that's terrific. It's just too goddamn many of them. Honestly, I kind of just want to learn now. Today I was incredibly inspired. I don't want to give anything away, but somebody I know, I think he's trying to keep it in secret, but somebody I know he bought a 3D printer and he's been assembling something he 3D modeled, and it's the coolest fucking thing. It's just super inspiring to see what someone can just do on their own now. It's not Chris, actually. It's not. Um, but apparently these 3D printers are super cheap now. He said like the one he bought was like 160 bucks. It's fucking amazing. I don't know, just seeing what he made, it just looks like the coolest fucking toy you could possibly just buy at a store, and you just printed it out. You just modeled it and printed it out. I'll retweet the thing when he's ready to show it off, but it's fucking cool. I was always I had no idea these 3D printers became so small and so compact. Oh yeah, no, I follow the Marble Machine guy. I've been following his channel for since like day one. Let me see if I can find it actually. Let me see if I can find the model he's using. It's like a real, it's like a plastic spool, yeah, and it it goes down into the machine, and then I guess it melts it. Um, 3D printer. All right, so okay, so the one he got brand new was 230. I guess he got it used for 160, but this is like the printer, but it's really pretty fucking tiny. It's a pretty tiny machine, and it's fucking amazing. I had no idea, but after seeing one of these in use, I'm tempted to just get back into 3D modeling and buy one of these fuckers. It does take a. I mean, it does take some time. Yeah. I mean, if you're there's no way you're gonna be selling hundreds of toys out of your bedroom with one of these fucking things. But I'm telling you, with a little patience, if you get a good 3D model with a little patience, you can have something like store fucking quality. Hey Sandra, how's it going? And there's different nozzles you can attach that give you different resolutions. Like the smaller the nozzle, the greater the resolution, but it's going to take longer to print. But my God, it's just so inspiring seeing what people are making with these fucking things. I really kind of want to get into it, but Jeff, is there anything you're doing or planning to better yourself? Well, right now I got my fucking hands full with trying to get this game done, but getting back into 3D would be fun. Hey Brian, how are you? Yeah, it's fucking great. Sandra, you should do this. You should get into 3D modeling, Sandra. What no nut? When do all the incels do their no nut thing? When does that happen? You should fucking do it, Sandra. Sandra, if you make a nice 3D model, I can probably get it printed. It's in November. Oh. Cool. Well, I don't know. Good luck. Good luck to those guys. Good luck. I wish the creepy manosphere on the internet luck with not going insane and killing people with their creepy little games they play. The creepy little angry red cell community with their little no nut whatever holidays or whatever they are. Good luck, everyone. Don't murder a hooker. Thanks. God, what a bunch of fucking weirdos. There's a whole subreddit to that. Oh, oh, they can fuck off. I started watching Mindhunters, but I haven't finished it. Sorry. Oh wow, look at that thing. Oh, is this the same printer? Or maybe not. Is it a bigger one? It looks like it's a bigger one. But yeah, it's crazy, right? Oh, it is? It's definitely that same model? Yeah, no, I mean, just looking at this stuff up close, it's unbelievable. If any of you know any 3D and just kind of want to get into making your own shit, I would definitely consider it. I don't know. Just seeing that shit in person just kind of really opens your eyes to how much potential there is. Damon, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, you can use Blender. Yeah. All you need to do, I believe, from what I understand, you just need to export it as a certain file type. I guess you gotta use a certain file type and then possibly another program to break it down into slices or something. I don't know how it works. I mean, I can get the answers for you. But it seems pretty... I don't know if I'd use the word easy, but it seems pretty streamlined. Like, once you just have a model, you're pretty much 90% there. What do you mean they're little action figures that have no joints? I don't even understand what that means. I mean, are they a solid piece of plastic, or do you mean like no seam? Do you mean like no seams? I don't know what you're talking about. They're the polar opposite of G.I. Joes. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know. No, I don't know what I would have. I was really stupid as a child. I'm still stupid now, but no, I had no idea what I was doing. or what I wanted to be. I was just like, duh, I wanna do art. Somehow I figured that out accidentally. They're metal skeletons with rubber. Oh. Jeff, why do you think everything is politically charged now? Well, because there's retards running the government and everyone hates them. I mean, that's easy. There's your answer. Bunch of fucking maroons running everything and everyone's upset about it. So yeah, there you go. You're welcome. A bunch of pedophiles waiting for Jesus to come back. Yeah, I'd be upset too. Can we just wait a few years to do the Space Force thing so his stupid name isn't giving credit to anything? I mean, we don't even have spaceships yet, so why is there a Space Force? We gotta have a spaceship. God, drawing hands is hard. I mean, Space Marines. Hey, I can get behind that, but oh, Dave's here. All right, Sandra, see you later. I would not do well. I would not do well in the military. I'd just be giving them fucking attitude all the time. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, you're gonna tell me what to do? Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, why don't you try it? I'd either be just thrown in the brig or kicked out or something. I don't know. My father was in that stuff, and I don't know. It just puts a really bad fucking taste in my mouth. All of it. It's just. I get their need for like structure and they need everyone to follow fucking orders, but man, no thanks. Or just give me some job where I'm just on my own. I don't want to be in a group of people. Just send me out on a mission by myself. I'll take the risk. So I don't want to have to talk or listen to anyone. Just say, here's your objective. Get going. I'm like, thank you. How dare you? Private pile. I just don't like, not, you know, this whole everything is so sick in this country. You know, all these like war hawks always pushing for war, but would they sign up for war? No, not really. I probably would. I probably would make everyone have to do push-ups, and I'd get beat with soap in the middle of the night. That's for damn sure. Start a PMC. Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. I just don't. It's just annoying. It's annoying to watch. These fuckers should be willing to send their own fucking grandkids into war if they're gonna be pushing for this that hard. Don't send my kids. Just send the poor kids. Those poor kids out in Kentucky. Just send them. It's like Jesus. We're fucked. Our society is fucking screwed at the moment. I did vote. Yeah, I did. Anybody who talks about not being cucks when talking about war, hey, there's some balance. There's some balance to it, you know? Go suck off Bush some more. I just love these people like on like message boards. They're like, we're not cucks. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, there's a recruitment center down the street, buddy. You know where to find them. I don't know. There's a lot of lost, angry dudes out there. Maybe they should sign up for the military. Maybe that would be best for them. They need a little structure in their lives. And just sitting at home on the old internet. A little too much. There's definitely some people out there I'm definitely like a little concerned about their behavior. Yeah, all right, let's chill out. Let's all relax. Let's just all relax. This isn't our red pill. This is my Twitch stream. So let's just all relax. I watched a stream of Godzilla, and I hated it. There's my review. I can't even believe I hated it, but I hated it. I hate the human scenes, the dialogue pissed me off to no end. It was such a dumb fucking movie. I couldn't even believe it. Just the fucking can they just do a fucking scary fucking movie without some shit family drama going on in the background? God fucking damn it. I just can't. This is another situation of me feeling fucking terrible for all the special effects guys working on the movie when there's a fucking retard writing and directing it. There's a complete retard moron who wrote and directed that movie and had no fucking understanding of anything remotely interesting in the entire universe, and then handed off this shitty fucking footage to an amazing effects team and made all these monsters fighting. But there's no good context to it. It's just there's no real good build up to it. It's just shitty humans saying dumb cliche dialogue back and forth, and some mother and her daughter, and it's like, who cares? God fucking damn. I mean, even that like Shin Godzilla movie, at least that had like some interesting subtext to it, but this is just shit family drama for the dumb American audiences, and I hated it. There, thank you. Anyway. I'm just dumb, like bad cliche dialogue. I can't. Every scene with like them naming the monsters, I wanted to cover my face. Like I couldn't even. They just whoever wrote that movie does not even remotely understand human dialogue. God, man. It's just upsetting beyond belief. The fucking soundtrack, though, is really good. I love the soundtrack of the movie. But that's it. We were talking about Chernobyl. Chernobyl's really good. Chernobyl is one of the best things you can watch this year. It's just everything about it is filmed really well. It really conveys like this sense of fucking horror. Everyone's running around with their fucking Geiger meters. And it's just like really sort of sells how fucked up the whole thing was. Yeah, and the makeup was crazy too. It's only 5 parts. It's only 5 hours. I thought it was great. There's my review for that. I mean, well, nuclear reactors have much better safety measures today than they did back then. And they'll get into that. Talking about all the shortcuts they took building their reactors and everything that went wrong. But I guess at least the silver lining is every time something goes wrong, people learn from it and try to make sure it never happens again. It's in English. What do you mean? Is it in German or English? You mean in Russian or English? Everyone is speaking English in the movie. You just have to imagine they're speaking German or speaking Russian. Well, I don't know if I'd call Fukushima a fuck up. I mean, I think they did a pretty admirable job of containing that when a fucked up natural disaster hit them. I mean, it wasn't just incompetence. I have no doubt that plant was run immaculately, but when you're hit by a tsunami, what can you do? Although, what's up? I don't know. What do you mean your Sonic the Hedgehog editorial? Also, no, you can't. There. Well, Hiroshima wasn't. What do you mean? Also, Hiroshima? Hiroshima was a fucking bomb, kid. What are you talking about? Hiroshima and Nagasaki are not the same as Fukushima. Anyway, dude, just do a little research for that. It's all good. Just. Yeah. Listen, here's the difference. One was a nuclear power plant that got hit by a tsunami, and the other one was a giant bomb that said "fuck you, Japs" written on the side of it. Slight difference. I mean, to be fair, they both had radiation, but slight difference. Hey, Hey, that's what happened. I'm not making shit up. I saw the pictures of those bombs, man. I know what I know people wrote shit on the sides of bombs all the time. But whatever. Jeff, you should do a rough history of World War II. Maybe some other night. How about that? It's kind of surprising, actually, how much the radiation cleared out. I'll tell you this story about. So I'll tell you about this story. When I was a wee kid, my barber, he was a soldier, and he had to go into Japan, World War II. He was an old guy. He had to go into Japan after the bombings, and he remembers. He remembered all these films they took, all like the U.S. Army. They took films of the aftermath, and everyone covered in like radiation burns. And I mean, even I don't know why he was telling me this as a kid, like as a teenager. I think I was a teenager at the time. I don't know if he just needed to tell somebody, but he was telling me how it all fucked them all up. It was like, I kind of felt bad for him. Ugh, man, I don't know. The A-bomb dome. Look at that. So is there any oh wow, look at that shit. So they just built around that one structure that withstood everything. That's amazing. I'll have to read that later. I'll read it later. I'll bookmark it. Are you sure about that, Brian? I've read differing reports on that, whether they were going to surrender or not. I mean, I don't know what the truth was, but I'm curious if they were going to surrender. Why were they going to surrender? Just because? When did we drop the bombs? Like, when was? How close to the end of the war was that? I assume it was probably Oh, so it was at the very end. Yeah. So it was like in the final year of the war. I don't know. Maybe we were just feeling vindictive. I don't know. I don't know. It's possible. Possible they just wanted to teach them a lesson. I don't know. But yeah, I remember reading about that. For like the longest time, it was just assumed that that's what made them surrender. But then articles started coming out saying like they were going to surrender anyway. I don't know. Have any of you seen the horrible? Actually, it's not even fair to call it horrible. I mean, I don't know if how many of you seen the Pearl Harbor Michael Bay movie. I mean, it's got a lot of nice scenes in it outside of the the shitty love story and the fact it was trying to be Titanic at the time. But it had some interesting moments in it. It's awful. No, don't get me wrong. It's narratively it's kind of awful, but if you could like cut out the best like 45 minutes of it without all the other shit, I think that's worth watching. But just like the attack and the Japanese pre-planning everything. I mean, they had a third one. I mean, they had 3. They only dropped 2 though. No, I have not. What is that story? Unit 731. They got a big unit. We're gonna. At some point, I guess they're like, "All right, fuck, we're really fucking them up. Let's just put that third bomb back in the warehouse." Who named that damn bomber though? What was his problem? That's an interesting class exercise. Have any of you seen oh, what was it? That HBO series? I have it on Blu-ray. Band of Brothers.
The ultimate flavor experience.
If any of you haven't seen Band of Brothers and you like war movies and documentaries, you should definitely watch that. It's not a documentary. It's filmed with actors and everything, but that's really solid. And the one after it, the sort of semi pseudo sequel to Pacific, that's not bad either. Band of Brothers is better, but they're both pretty good. I also like space documentary stuff. That's also fun. I was just reminded of this one though.
We all come together.
Oh my
for
god.
meals.
Fuck you, Netflix. Oh. I don't know where it's streaming anymore. It used to be on Netflix. There's one called When We Left Earth, the NASA Missions. And that was really good. That really showed how fucking crazy the space race was. You have friends that... You're gonna hit the sack? Alright, good night. Friends that are convinced the moon landing was fake. I mean... I'm gonna choose to believe they're real, but, I have not seen Death of Stalin. Would you recommend that? I don't know. Being a being a conspiracy theorist, it's going down a dangerous road. I mean, you'd think if we faked the moon landing, other countries would be the first on board to be accusing us of faking it, wouldn't they? If there was no evidence. Because I mean, if they even assumed we faked it, why, they probably still would have been trying to get there to this day to be the first and make us look bad. Jeff, you want to know what movie sucks, and anyone who says other, blah, blah. Clockwork Orange. I would disagree with you, Brian. I think Clockwork Orange is a good movie. Alright, maybe I'll check it out. I'll check that out. Death of Stalin, alright. Literally her favorite movie. You just offended someone with that. Nice job. American Psycho is definitely a fun one. I'm surprised they never made a sequel to the game. It's probably too late now. It's a shame. I mean, maybe not. You're just sitting over there doing the truffle shuffle in your living room, waiting for. Jeff, what's the most overrated movie that everyone loves? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, just recently speaking, I really despise the new Fast and Furious movies to a really high degree. I think they're pure cringe garbage, and seems like people love them. I just hate them. I hate all. I just after 3, after like 1 and 3 are tolerable, and after that, I hate every single one of them. Ballad of Buster Scruggs is good. That's a really solid one. I enjoyed that. I always like Coen Brothers movies. They appreciate dialogue like Tarantino appreciates dialogue. So no matter how flawed their movies are, I've always enjoyed them on some level. Alright. Good night. Hysteric animations. Good luck in the war. Did I see the Elden Ring trailer? Yes. And yes, Brian, I've seen Dear Zachary, and don't you ever bring that fucking movie up again in my presence ever again, or else I'll kill myself. The Elden Ring trailer was... I'll just say I didn't like it. There, I said it. I wish these trailers could be vague, but also... they're just not very good at being satisfying at all. I'm sorry, I'll say it. I don't... that trailer had some nice visuals, but it was kind of nonsense. And I get that they don't want to give anything away, but could they just give me something, man? Just give me some morsel of something. Just don't be vague and weird. And I know Dave's gonna rip my throat out for saying this, but you know, I don't know. I just didn't care. I'm sure it's gonna be a great fucking game when it's out, but how tall am I? I'm around 6 feet, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care for The Witcher, so I don't know if I'm gonna like this Cyberpunk game or not. We'll see. I don't really know. I'm sure they're gonna be very different, but I just don't know. I'm not really. I don't know. I'm just kind of indifferent at the moment. We'll see. See, I knew Dave was going to have something to say about it. Not liking it is fine. I get the feeling it's not fine, Dave. It's not fine, is it? I'd bring you on here to argue my point, Dave, but I don't know if you want to do that. Like I'm saying, like I said, I am sure the game is going to be amazing. I just feel like their teaser trailers kind of suck. That's all. I don't know. I get nothing from them. Elden Ring, oh Elden Ring, and they just smashing a hammer and like that, and some creature covered in human arms. I don't know. Fine, fuck off. Fine, you can all fuck off. How about that? There was no. It was just. I believe there's a way to do it, being not giving away anything that just would have been more satisfying. That's all. I just wasn't satisfied by it. There. Sue me. I'm very curious about the Tarantino Star Trek movie. And I'm not convinced it's gonna be foul-mouthed. I think I'm gonna go against the breeze here and say I think Tarantino does understand Star Trek. And I'm curious. I don't think he wants it to be R just so everyone could be dropping F-bombs the entire movie. I think there's probably gonna be something else to it. I hope that new Picard series is good because I'm not terribly thrilled with the Discovery. Discovery has really dropping the ball in a number of ways, and I'm not thrilled with it. I did watch all of the Orville after resisting for like 2 years, and I gotta say it's really not that bad. It's pretty much Star Trek: The Next Generation with just a few more terrible jokes in it, and that's about it. It's way more Star Trek: The Next Generation than I figured it would be. Like, McFarlane is definitely, like, restraining it. He definitely, like, was pulling out the fart jokes in the first, like, 1 or 2 episodes, but, after that, it's, like, it's really pretty restrained. And does, like, it does touch on all these, like, moral quandaries that Star Trek is known for. I was actually surprised. I guess he was, I guess he is a cuck in it. Yes, that's correct. Cucked by Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe is an alien. It's funny that they actually get a lot of actors, well-known actors, dressing up as fucking aliens on that show. You don't even recognize them half the time. They had like Jason Alexander on the show as an alien, but he was completely covered. You didn't even know it was him outside of his voice. All right, I'm just gonna draw the top half of this helmet and leave it at that because the rest of it's covered up. It should be fine. Thanks, Bill. Bill with the sign of the devil yet again. Yeah, I actually started streaming before midnight, which is rare, but this character is he's hard to explain. He's not. This is not a boss. He just kind of comes out at some point, tries to steamroll you over. How long have I been going? 1 hour and 40 minutes. Street Fighter V is just fine. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's just fine as a game. This character has probably unusually small legs. But yeah. Yeah, Tom donated to the original Tales of Aletheron, or however you say it. So one of the perks was getting your own character in the background, so Tom just asked for like a tankman to be put there. Well, low tier god, I mean, I don't know. Would that man ever lie? I don't know. All these people complaining about netcode and balance and everything. All this stuff that they're not good enough for it to ever matter in the first place. I don't know. It's just... Like people that don't want to play Street Fighter 3 because they heard it's unbalanced. So it's like it's only unbalanced at like at the highest levels, and even then, players still know how to win without, you know, there's no like instant win button in those games. I don't know. I feel like the lag ain't that bad in Street Fighter 5, so that's my 2 cents. Balrog, I mean, well, I feel the same way about Dhalsim. I think Dhalsim's days are numbered. He probably got into Street Fighter 5 just by the skin of his teeth, just because they needed probably a weird character in there, because there really wasn't anyone else. So I don't know if he's in the next one, I'll be shocked. But he's like the only character I like to play or even know how to play. So. See, Damon knows how to have fun. Which Street Fighter characters do you think are uncircumcised? Ryu for sure. Bison for sure. Who else? Nikali for sure. Guile and Ken definitely circumcised. DJ probably not. Hakan yes. Dhalsim no. Blanca no. Dudley yes. Poison yes. Hugo. I would have said no, but then he has this weird ending with his mother and potatoes and all the other weird shit at the end of 4. So it seems like he has a mother who cares about him. So I'll say yes for Hugo. Abigail, definitely not. Cody, yes. I don't know. E Honda, I don't know. Japanese, I don't know. E Honda, I don't know. That's a tough one. Balrog, probably not. Sagat, maybe. Vega, definitely. Oh no, maybe Zenin, maybe Vega would be a no. Vega's an all-natural type of guy, right? Seth, I'm pretty sure Seth doesn't have a dick, so you're gonna have to not worry about that one. Oro, definitely not. Q is another one. He probably has no dick, so I wouldn't know. Q's probably. Zangief, that's a. I don't know if that's a Russian thing or not. I'm gonna say Q's not a human being. I'm on board with that one. I can't believe somehow they took the mystique of Q. Like, I can't believe they somehow made the mystery of Q And they made it even weirder. They made it even more mysterious somehow. I don't even know how, you know, with the G or whatever. Those fuckers at Capcom. It's so fascinating because I just want to know what like it's kind of it's like people always talk about lore and interesting shit going on in like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and everything else, but Street Fighter has some very weird. They're almost telling the story through like fighting game move. Like they're almost telling this. They're making Street Fighter players look for lore and theories through just punches and punch and kick animations, because certain characters share certain attacks. Like G and the difference between G and Q is fascinating. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. It's like Q comes out in Street Fighter 3. I'll give you a quick recap. Q comes out. He's this dude in a trench coat and a metal mask, and part of his intro animation is just chasing children away, scaring them, which is just the most bizarre thing in the world to be in a fighting game. And he's really strong, and you don't know if he's human, but everyone who gets electrocuted in the game has a skeleton except for him. And instead of a skeleton, he has like this weird blue musculature or whatever. But all his moves are like these really intense, like he throws all his weight into all his moves, like his punches, and like he throws his legs out and collapses on the floor. They're all kind of clumsy. He's kind of like this busted, broken thing. And then G comes out, and he's dressed like the fucking Abraham Lincoln. So on one hand, okay, so like first he has like the single letter name, so everyone's like intrigued. They're like, oh, does he have anything to do with Q? And then he has an alt outfit, which is similar to Q's. And he has all these moves that are almost like more refined versions of Q's moves. Like instead of collapsing onto the ground, he doesn't collapse. Like they're much more refined, but they're like the same type of move. And you're just like, what is the connection here between this weird, mysterious robot person and this obnoxious YouTubing cunt? I don't know. Bizarre. Anyway. What's my favorite character with sprite animation in Third Strike? Makoto is great. I think Hugo is great. I really like Hugo's animation in 3. I'm gonna say right now, I don't like what's her name? The capoeira girl, what's her name? She just looks all rotoscoped, and I don't like it. I feel like it's just kind of blah. Yeah, Elena, yeah. I'm sorry, Dave, but I feel like she's weird. She's got oven mitt hands, Dave. All right, you can fuck off. Necro's got great animation. Even like 12 has great animation. I don't know. I'm really struggling to think of like anything that really stands out in 3. I feel at least her idle stance was rotoscoped. I mean, obviously a lot of her moves weren't, but... Wait, can I... Wait a second. Hold on. I'm just remembering something now. I want to look this up. Somebody found something really weird. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, where was it? I don't know if any of you know what... Yes, here it is. This was posted last year, and I want to show you guys something here. Check this shit out. You ready? I'm telling you, like, a lot of her shit was definitely rotoscoped. And it looks good, but it just does, it looks kind of out of place. That's not her idol. I mean, but her idol seems rotoscoped too. Also, I want to say this is completely off topic. This just reminded me of my here this some bastard on South Park. The staff of South Park was always tracing Street Fighter Alpha art, and I made a post about it like years ago because it annoyed me so much. I just have that shit memorized. I know it when I see it. Here I go. Yeah, here I go again. Yeah, you got that right. I don't know. I don't know what my favorite. I know people are very they have their. There's a lot of people still feel like King of Fighters '98 is still their favorite SNK fighting game, but I don't know. I haven't played them enough to really have a definitive opinion. What is your favorite character? Damn, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. There's a lot of games with a lot of great designs that just kind of vanished into went to the wayside. That, like the Rival Schools characters, the Star Gladiator characters, the Darkstalkers characters. Like Capcom just has an amazing library of characters that just kind of just vanished into the ether. I wish they'd bring them back. The balls of them to put bad box art Mega Man in Street Fighter Cross Tekken was fucking... It made me happy seeing that character, and it made me even happier seeing everyone upset about it. Everyone wanted Mega Man in Street Fighter, and they put this dumpy asshole with a laser gun in the game. They literally just put a crazy person into the game who dressed as Mega Man with a laser gun. It's the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen. It's just... They have the biggest balls for doing that. I couldn't even believe it. And they still gave him like the moveset from Mega Man from like the Versus games. Like he still had the same normal attacks, like the two-legged up kick or whatever you want to call it. So he still had the moves. He just was a fat alcoholic. That's all. Oh my god. I want to see if I want to see if I can find like if there was a character introduction video of this guy. Pac-Man versus Mega Man trailer 7 fucking years ago. Damn. Can't believe it was that long. That long ago. Holy shit. It's crazy how much money was put into Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then all the amazing CG trailers for that game, and then Street Fighter V didn't even get one. They really threw a big budget into that fucking game, and everyone shit on it. And I don't blame them, but oh well. They keep saying they were working on it, but I don't really know. It's really hard to say. I would imagine... I don't know. I don't think they should come... Even if that game's partially done, I don't think they should come out with it. They hated it because... There are like a few reasons. Like first... So like... First of all, nobody liked the gem system. They added the gems because it's like they wanted to, you know, they were using it under the guise that they wanted character customization, but they were also selling some of the gems. They were annoying to you. I didn't enjoy setting gems up on characters. Then there's the fact that I think a lot of people just don't like having to learn 2 characters. Maybe if they just would have made like a one-on-one mode in that game. Then the fact that they used a lot of the Street Fighter 4 models, and they just had the most garish lighting system ever on them. Like they were just, the game was just kind of nasty to look at. It was just a little much. So, but I feel they did justice to the Tekken character. I feel like they actually gave a lot of the Tekken characters personalities where they didn't have them in Tekken. Like Paul Phoenix looked like a fucking mall mannequin in Tekken all the way up to this point, and they actually kind of gave him a personality that game. Same with Law. I'm glad. Yeah, no, they even had the sense to bring back like character designs, that the cooler character designs. Like they brought back Yoshimitsu with his Tekken 3 design, which was the best one, by the way. Okay. They brought back Ogre, who was a cool design before he turned into a horrible monster with an octopus arm. I don't know. The game had a lot going for it, and they actually updated it and fixed a lot of things. I didn't like every time there was that tag move, like the camera zoomed in real fast, and I hated that, and they took that out. I think they actually patched it to a point where the game was actually really good now, but it kind of just had its time and it passed, and it's too bad. I thought they really did a good job on it at the end of the day, but they really do very rarely drop the ball when it comes to actual game mechanics. I mean, even Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has good game mechanics, but everything else about it is horrible. It's like they always get the mechanics right. It's just people get turned off by other things in the game, so I don't know who the hell forced Capcom to make that game look like a mobile game. I mean, they were on a good roll with Marvel 3. I mean, just having that cel-shaded comic book look, if they would have just pushed that a little farther, that could have been great, but I don't know. Some shithead at Marvel's like, no, this game has to look like this now. It has to look like our other Marvel games. I don't know. This is like one of those situations. I wish there were more behind-the-scenes documentaries on how these games got made, because I'm sure some shit went down. I'm fine. I'm getting a little tired, to be honest. Do I do much voice acting? Some, but I'm not overdoing it. I'm not gonna do more characters than I can handle. I'm only gonna do 2 or 3 probably. The JoJo game? Yes. That game was really cool too. Yeah, the Capcom JoJo game. I'm surprised. I wonder if Mick has ever played that. He should, though. God, if there was ever a way to get Mick into fighting games, that would probably be it.
The ultimate flavor experience.
Oh, look at this guy. Snarf! Thanks, sir. Damn, didn't even use a Twitch Prime. Look at that. Look at this hero. That's a good what? That is a good question. I would like to stream more regularly, but sometimes I just get in these funks or I don't want to. Or I'm just working on stuff I feel like don't give it away. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm done. I'm done here. Thanks for tuning in. Sort of, but I gotta get my beauty sleep for tomorrow. So you all have a wonderful night. Or I get raided by Zone and log off right away. Yeah, that'll do it too. All right. Good night. If I can find my... Where did my OBS go? Oh, there it is. Okay, good night.